We are back in the shop today, and it is time to finally do some fab work on our LS swapped 91 3rd gen Camaro with 5.3 and putting on a 71mm Borg Warner S400 turbo. If you watched the last video on this, then you kind of saw how I was originally going to lay things out with it. I was pretty hung up on how I was going to pull it off, how I was going to install the kit the way that I originally talked about. I didn't come up with it, but decided that a different route would be far better from what I'm doing. So let me get you up to speed on how I'm going to do this single turbo blow through carb setup with a water to air intercooler. Still going to go that route, but let me show you. Let's get to the action. I'll show you what we're doing. This is a piece we're going to be installing today. This is a new valley cover. This is from ICT Billet. Not super, nothing super special about it. It does have the red inlay on the engraving here, which I did that, and actually the wife helped me do that too with her artistic capabilities. So this is going to be going on. This plate right here on Amazon was cheaper than a gasket and seal kit to just fix the one that's on there. So I thought, nah, we'll just throw that one on there and go ahead and delete the knock sensors. This guy right here from Speedmaster, Turbo 400 deep oil pan. It is advertised to hold an additional 2 quarts, which will be awesome for our transmission to have that extra fluid. Cooling fins on here should help dissipate heat, and we're also going to still be running our external oil cooler on the transmission. Another reason why I decided to upgrade the pan, this comes with a port for a temperature sensor, so I can now monitor transmission temperatures for when I'm out street driving the car. So with that comes another gauge we're going to be putting in the car. Just another 2, I believe these are 2 1/8, 2-inch trans temp gauge, nothing special, kind of a cheap guy from Jags chrome, or you can put the flat black bezel on there. That'll match up nicely with the gauges that are still in the car, or that are currently in the car. Comes with the sending unit. So all we got to do is install this in the dash. I got one more spot left in the center. I'm going to put that, and then we can start monitoring our transmission temperatures. Pretty excited about this. Looks like a pretty solid unit from Speedmaster and decently priced. What was not decently priced, I don't know why these are so expensive, but when you're running boost through a carburetor, blow through, gotta have a blow through carb hat. This is from Holly. This thing was like $200 by the time it got to my door. As you can see over here, I got some 3-inch mandrel bent pipe. This is kind of like my builder pipe, so I can cut and shape accordingly. Part of our turbo kit parts, we got some flanges. Moving on, we've got 2 rolls of 50-foot header wrap. We're probably going to be needing every bit of that. VS Racing 50mm blow-off valve. Not going to unbox that one. And then also VS Racing 50mm waste gate, external waste gate. Look at that bad boy. Comes with a weld-on flange, extra clamps, comes with the plumbing fittings and all that. And I believe somewhere in here is an additional, it comes with a 7-pound spring, and I believe it comes with an additional 7-pound spring. Or you can run boost control on that as well. And last but not least, went ahead and bought one of these for when we cut the hole in the side of the car. This is just a nice flange that's going to go around, because that's going to be our fender exit. This was like $14 from Jags. I bought everything else from Jags, so I think actually this got me like my free shipping, just adding this on there. So by the time this got to my house, that cost me like $4 or something like that. So I think what I decided on, because I'm pretty sure this is plastic up here in the nose cone, having heat go through there probably isn't the best idea. I really liked the idea of something like that, but I think we're going to go back here in the metal instead. So what's probably going to happen is something along the lines of just like that. Kind of centered in between this point and the nose of the car, which would be right up here. I need to double check. There's some bolts that come through here. Need to double check clearances on that, but I think our exhaust is going to come out somewhere right there. Let me know if you've ever taken a hole saw to the side of your car before, because it's... How did you get through it? It's such a bizarre feeling, but it'll be cool when it's done. Oh, we're starting to break through. Voila. There it is. There's now a hole in the side of my front fender. And if I don't like it, oh, nice job painting the inside, GM. I'm just kidding. Worst case, if I don't like it, we can weld that sucker back in there. Alright, so let me show you the changes that are made to how I'm going to mount this turbo. Originally, everything was going to be up front here on the outside of the radiator. Due to numerous reasons, some that were brought up to me, some that I was kind of fighting, trying to figure out how I was going to make it all work, and a lot of it was the plumbing. Everything was going to have to be plumbed around the entire cooling package, including oil feed line, oil return line, the hot side exhaust, cold side. Everything was going to have to do a big loop. And the more I thought about it, the more it was just like, you know what, we can do this better. So what we're going to do is, as you can see where the turbo is currently sitting, it will be in this vicinity but mounted up higher right here, and that's what we're getting ready to build. Our hot side pipe coming from this V band to the T6 flange that I'm getting ready to weld up over there. Our exhaust will then plumb out the side to a fender exit. We'll do a battery relocate. Finally gonna throw the battery in the trunk after, I don't know, 4 years I've had this car, whatever now. Intake for the turbo will sit somewhere in here. I'll be able to run, maybe do a cold pipe coming over to here, or just stick a filter on it. And then the intercooler, which is currently sitting here, I think I officially decided it would not go there. It is going to be right in here. And then I was kind of hung up on that design as well, trying to figure out putting it right behind the radiator. It's going to have a blast of warm air coming through it, which would kind of defeat the purpose of what it's doing. But I think we can build a simple heat shield in there. We might lose a little bit of efficiency through our cooling system, but I mean, honestly, I really don't think so. There'll be enough space between the radiator and that airflow can still get through, still do some cooling. So I believe that's where that's going to go. So charge air will come down in here, out, come out here, and then we'll plumb this up to our blow-through hat into our Holley Sniper. So I'm gonna get the welder fired up, and actually I'll show you here quick what we're doing. This is a flange I bought from Jag, or I'm sorry, this came from Summit actually, with some mounting tabs on it. It's a T6, I believe. And then this is a 2-into-1 piece that I cut off of the original exhaust that was on the car, and this works out perfect to fit with our split flange there. So this I'm getting ready to weld, and then I'll take some of my other pipe here and we'll run it from the V-band, and we're going to get this turbo mounted. That's the goal for today, is to get that turbo mounted. And the more things that are mounted where they need to go, the better off we're going to be as far as continuing this build, because this is all kind of going from scratch, which is the best way to do it. So anyways, enough talking, let's get to work. Alright, about 30 minutes later, here is my 2-into-1 collector pipe for my turbo. That's a 2.5-inch V-band going to a T6 flange, and you can see the original design we talked about running it all the way up front. Now we've shortened it up to about 8 inches, so this guy is going to go right about there, coming off that collector, and bam, we have our turbo mount. So I need my other hand, so I gotta put the camera down, but I'm gonna let this cool for a little bit, and then yeah, hang the turbo up and see what she looks like. Well, just like that, we've got an installed turbo. As you can see, got my short pipe. So what's going to happen next is my blow-off valve. It's going to be somewhere in here, so this will come back apart at some point. That'll be coming straight out, and probably exhaust over here off to the side, and then come up and grab the exhaust of the car. I'll plumb it right into it. I really don't want to go straight down with it. And then this will go down into here, and this will be the output of the intercooler. There'll be an air cleaner, or at least a screen. I want to leave enough room that I can put an air cleaner on it, but then this pipe will come up and over to the blow-through hat. So yeah, I'm happy with it. And obviously my exhaust, once I do the battery locate, it'll come down straight down through there and then out the fender exit. So all in all, really happy with it, especially since that's like an hour's worth of work. I didn't get my bandsaw up and going yet, so everything was done with a Sawzall, and then basically just use a lot of straight edges and ground everything nice and flat. Measure twice, cut once sort of deal. But yeah, pretty happy with it. These bolts aren't tight yet, but I got these mounting tabs here. I'll probably build something that'll come off of here and help hold that up, help support that weight. So but yeah, a little bit of progress made today. Super happy with it. Be sure and like and subscribe if you want to follow along with this build. We're gonna really kick it in gear, pun intended, and try and get this bad thing going. So anyways, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Dadgummit, stay good. See you later.